Hello friends, so welcome to MALUKA IAS, and this topic is very important, which is marital rape. What is marital rape? And there are some landmark judgments we'll talk about. So why is there so much fuss about marital rape? Because recently the division bench of Delhi High Court, इससे पहले भी इस पर जस्टिस शक्दर का एंड जस्टिस हरिशंकर की बेंच ने एक फैसला दिया था, और उस फैसले में जस्टिस हरिशंकर ने मैरिटल रेप को ही डिड नॉट कंसीडर रेप, सो इसलिए वो लार्जर बेंच में गया एंड लार्जर बेंच ने भी उसमें स्प्लिट वर्डिक्ट दिया. अब इस केवल एक ही तरीका है, एक ही रास्ता बचा है. देयर इज ओनली वन वे आउट कि ये केस सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जाए या फिर हाई कोर्ट की और लार्जर बेंच कॉन्स्टिट्यूट की जाए और वहां पर इसको उसकी सुनवाई हो. इन अ केस ऑफ स्प्लिट verdict, the case is heard by a larger bench of High Court on an appeal can be preferred before the Supreme Court. So marital rape means sexual intercourse. If a husband involves in a sexual intercourse with his wife, with his spouse, so sexual intercourse with one's spouse without the partner's consent. This consent word is very important when we define rape under section 375 of IPC. This consent word, will and consent, will और consent को बहुत ही beautifully define किया गया है in IPC. Sexual intercourse with one's spouse without the partner's consent is referred to as marital rape. In Indian law, marital rape is not a crime till now, not yet. But इस पर लगातार judgments आ रहे हैं, लगातार benches constitute की जा रही हैं और उनके फैसले आ रहे हैं. Although those verdicts are split, but फिर भी हमें एक better future की उम्मीद हमेशा रखनी चाहिए. तो section 375 of the IPC defines the act that constitute rape by a man. So section 375 में there are different clauses, उसमें different conditions दी जाती हैं, दी गई हैं, जिनमें a man can cause rape to a woman. So why in India marital rape is not considered rape? Because in India the government, ये government का statement है कि in India the marriage is a sacrament and this will be detrimental to the institution of marriage, right? So that's why we cannot hold marital rape as rape. We cannot consider marital rape as rape. There are two exceptions as well. The first exception says a medical procedure cannot be held as rape. A medical procedure or intervention shall not constitute a rape. There have been tests, different type of tests, so they will not be considered as rape. Second exception is very important for marital rape thing. So there are two exceptions. The second exception is important in section 375 of IPC. IPC is Indian Penal Code. Sexual intercourse or sexual act by a man with his own wife. The wife not being under 15 years of age is not rape. Right? Sexual intercourse or sexual act by a man with his own wife. The wife not being under 15 years of age, मतलब अगर wife की age is less than 15 years, that will constitute rape. But अगर wife की age 15 years and beyond है, तो that will not constitute rape. This is very important point. There are two exceptions, and the second exception is about marital rape. Marriage is not a license to rape. Consent is everything. Even in the case of marriage, there should be consent of wife. Then only you can have sexual intercourse with someone. There are some facts about marital rape that like 5.4% of Indian women reported experiencing marital rape, which is a very high number because some of them are not comfortable in sharing their experiences, right? अपने जो अनुभव रहे हैं उनको शेयर करने में वो कंफर्टेबल नहीं है. Indian women, they are shy basically. So of 185 countries in the world, 77 have laws that clearly criminalize the marital rape. 74 have legal provisions that allow for cases to be filed against spouses. But India comes among the 34 countries का group जिन्होंने इसको decriminalize कर रखा है, जिसने मैरिटल रेप को डीक्रिमिनलाइज रख रखा है. इसीलिए इतना चर्चा का विषय बना हुआ है लगातार मैरिटल रेप. सो देयर इज अगेन an announcement that we are coming up with a course which is GS Foundation plus Advanced. Batch will be for 2024 and hopefully this is starting very soon. The fees for this course is 21,499 rupees plus GST, which was around 60,000 earlier, and you can pay this amount in just 11 EMIs. Let's get back to the topic. What are the arguments in favor of criminalizing marital rape? Marital rape infringes Article 21. Article 21 gives you not just the right to life. Life सबके पास है, but human citizens को Constitution क्या देता है? Citizens को Constitution gives a right to dignified life. And this marital rape thing, मतलब घर पर ही इस तरह की activities अगर होने लगी, तो this will be very detrimental to the dignified life of a wife, या फिर of wives. On women's right to live her life in dignity, which is a FR under fundamental right, under Article 21, the right to life includes the right to live with dignity. An infringement of the right to bodily autonomy. Every woman has the right to bodily autonomy. Her body has, every person, or in that matter, women has right to decide what to do with their body, whether or not to engage in sexual activity or grant her consent, right? So her body, her choice, right? You have to, the men in this society should respect her bodily autonomy. Then comes some of the rulings. तो इसमें first of all जो ruling stated है is about Joseph Sain versus Union of India, जिसमें Supreme Court की bench ने ये decision दिया कि adultery is not a crime, because adultery का जो इस पर काफी ज्यादा arguments हुए थे, काफी ज्यादा debates हुई थी कि इसको decriminalize क्यों किया गया, but इसका जो motive था, the sole motive behind adultery being crime was कि a husband is a master and the wife is property to that husband. तो उसको जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उस चीज को हटाया कि मतलब wives are not properties of their husbands, right? Struck down adultery. According to the Supreme Court, husbands are not their wives' masters, or wives are not their husbands' property. The SC ruled in the case of a landmark judgment of the state of Maharashtra versus Madhukar Narayan that every woman has a right to her sexual privacy, and that no one has the right to invade that privacy whenever they like. The right has been enshrined in the Constitution as right to privacy under Article 21 again. Then comes the last decision. ये सब आप mention कर सकते हो. Even general studies के paper में भी you can mention some of the case laws, some of the landmark judgments. The SC ruled in the case, the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court, stated in the case of State of Karnataka versus Krishnappa that sexual assault is a demeaning act in addition to being a violation of someone's right to privacy and sanctity of their own body. For females especially, what is the need of the hour? United Nations ने request किया है to the countries to criminalize marital rape and make it equivalent to the rape thing. और इसमें जितने भी legal loopholes हैं, उन सारे legal loopholes को हटाया जाए. In 2012, Justice J.S. Verma Committee was tasked with the proposing amendments to India's rape laws, while some of its recommendations helped shape the criminal law amendment in 2013, Amendment Act 2013. Some suggestions, including that on marital rape, were not acted on because the government is not in favor of making marital rape a crime. Government in 2015 had raised concern that criminalizing marital rape would destabilize the institution of marriage and was against Indian culture. In Indian culture, marriage is regarded as a sacrament. Because Indian society में ये भी देखा गया है कि some of the laws, अगर हम किसी चीज को criminalize कर देते हैं तो उसका misuse भी बहुत ज़्यादा होने लगता है. इसलिए भी government is susceptible about making marital rape criminalizing marital rape. They told the Supreme Court that this was an issue that could affect the social fabric and wider consultations were needed. What Law Commission says about this marital rape? The need to remove this marital rape exception was rejected by the Law Commission in 2000. But आगे आने वाले समय में इन सारे exceptions को delete करना ही होगा because the society is reforming, and with all those reforms, this is the need of the hour that we act upon some laws regarding marital rape. Then there are conclusions. It is a high time that legislature should take cognizance of this legal infirmity and bring marital rape under the purview of the rape laws by eliminating section 375 exception 2. It is crucial that legislative ban on marital rape be matched by behavioral changes in society at large. अगर हम रेप को या मैरिटल रेप को रिपोर्ट करते हैं इन पुलिस स्टेशंस, तो बहुत बुरी तरह से उसको देखा जाता है, बहुत ही गंदा व्यवहार किया जाता है पुलिस के द्वारा. Some of the police stations, they do not have female cops, they do not have female police officials to take down it in writing. जो विक्टिम आए हैं, विक्टिम ने अगर अपनी कोई बात बोली, उनको बताया क्या क्या हुआ उनके साथ, तो देयर आर नॉट फीमेल कॉप्स टू राइट दोज थिंग्स डाउन, और उसकी वजह से, डिस्कम्फर्ट की वजह से, दीज हीनियस क्राइम्स आर नॉट बीइंग रिपोर्टेड, राइट. तो देयर आर सम बिहेवियरल चेंजेस विच आर नीडेड फॉर सोसाइटी एट लार्ज, इंक्लूडिंग prosecutors, police and the general public. So this was it for today's lecture. Your suggestions are very much requested. अगर आपको किसी एक particular topic पर मेरे videos चाहिए, you can ask for. Thank you so much.